It's your boy Mouty Cuts. So we about to be doing a low fade tutorial. I already did the other side in the back. I'm about to just complete this side, and then I'll show the full cut at the end. But just tag along. I'm just gonna be letting you guys know the steps, and then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it. So right here, I already set the first guideline with my trimmer. And then I'm keeping it as low as possible just because his occipital bone does pop out a little bit. So I'm trying to keep it below that. So that's why I kept it super low. And then I'm just going to clean it up with the trimmer. So after the trimmer, we're going to use the shavers. And make sure not to go all the way up. As you go up, you do want to flick. In the case where you do go a little too high, then you just hit it with the grain. And notice I'm just flicking right below the first guideline that I set with the trimmers. And that's another thing too. So you want to know how to use your machines. Towards the back, I got more surface area, so I'm gonna use a double foil. And behind the ear, I don't got too much area, so I'm gonna use this one right here only to shave. Because in the case where I did try to go like that, it's just gonna irritate the client, so that's why you want to be careful with that. So for the first guideline, I'm gonna use my Babyliss. I'm gonna go open, halfway, and then close it. And you wanna keep the shape that you created with the first guideline. Now I'm gonna go halfway, and I'm hitting halfway through that guideline right there. Now I'm gonna go close. I'm hitting this right here. Now I'm gonna just lever place, so it's in between the half and the close. So hit that right there. That's halfway. I'm gonna leave it at that. As you can tell, there's still some stubble right here that we created with the trimmer. So I'm gonna just go back with the trimmer and flick into it. So now my next step is a 0.5 or the half guard. Same thing, open, halfway, close, and you guys can just follow along as I move the lever. So now I'm gonna go halfway. And I did notice people were saying, how do you, any recommendation for how you fade behind the ear? Just try to stay consistent through the whole cut. Whatever you do here, you're gonna do here, and whatever you do there, you're gonna do there. So I think what a lot of people have is because here starts curving down, a lot of people start going straight like this, and then it messes the whole shape. So instead of doing that, you want to tilt the whole machine with it. And drop with the fade as well. So now lever play. I got my 1.5. If you've been watching my videos, you know that with my 1.5 only go open and halfway. And with this step, it's very important that you start flicking because you want to create a shape and you want to preserve as much of this boat because that's what's going to make the low drop fade look low. So I'm gonna go halfway. Let's take it there. So now my next guideline is gonna be a number 1 open. That's gonna help me blend it between the 0.5 and the 1.5. So it's a numbers game. I go with the 0, 0.5, skip to the 1.5, and in between is a number 1. So just flicking up to this guideline right here. I don't know if you guys can see. Right there, it's a little darkness. So just flicking up to that. So that's our foundation, and now we're gonna start the detail. So the detail, that's when I go with the 0.5. So I'm gonna flick in right to this line again, because that's where we see some darknesses. And then I'm gonna just be lever playing, whether it's gonna be halfway through or close. Rarely would I use close, but it's just gonna be in between right here. And I'm gonna just be lever playing. And everybody's hair is different, so the lever play always varies on every client too. And his is blending way easier, so probably won't even have to play with the lever that much. And then notice how easily you can get carried away. So this is where we're at, and we see a little bit of a darkness there. Leave that for the next step. Don't go too high, because that's when you start bringing up your fades too high. We're only focused on that line that was below that number 1, or the line that we were trying to take out with the number 1. Any lines above that, that's for the next step. I'm gonna go to my number 2. That's just to kind of get rid of this bulk, and I'm gonna go to the clip over comb, and that's where the haircut is gonna start coming. To life. So notice I'm barely cutting. As soon as I hear my machine cutting, I'm flicking out. So I'm not going in, I'm going like this. You start seeing we can use the 1.5, and we can start detailing a little bit right there, because that was above the number 1, that guideline. So that's just our foundation, and what's gonna set you apart is the detail part. So we really start down fading now. Halfway, using my corners. And I'm not going too high to the point where I create another guideline, but just so that I take out any darknesses. This is where the amount of pressure that you apply on the machine, it plays a big role. Because if I'm pressing hard, it's gonna come more than expected. If I'm just kind of gliding it through, then you start playing a little bit safer and you're able to play with the lever a little bit more. Just tilt your head a little bit over there. So right here, I opened it back up. Should open. Should play it safe. Then I'll close it back down halfway. Now we can go to the clip over pump. Just hit it real quick with the one right there. And even when I'm detailing, I'm still maintaining that shape. Clip over comb, my method is always I go open, and with my comb, what I'm doing with this is my base, and this is anything above it is what I want to cut. So I'm using my base as a guideline. Watch. My base is right here. All the hair start coming out, and all that other hair above is what needs to be chopped off. Notice how I'm flaring out. So once you do that, you can come back and try to refine it like this. And your hairs, you want to connect them. So you want to connect your base to that bulk up there. Right here, you just gotta use your eye wherever you see any darknesses and play with it a little bit more. So that right there is what you don't see in no other tutorials. So if you cut them out of cuts, you're gonna see that. So if you did learn something, make sure y'all hit that little like button, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be uploading more videos. But before that, let me just clean all this up real quick, move forward. Clean all these hairs up. That's the cut. I can see the full cut. It's looking fresh, crispy, in every aspect. I know y'all say I wanted to see the full thing. Lean forward a little bit. That's the cut in the back. And that's the cut in the side right here. Just gonna line it up, and we're gonna just do some little work on the top with some scissor work. But as far as the fading, that's it right there. So this way. Boom. And then also we won't forget the little facial hair in the front. Yeah. Take it up a little bit more. As far as the C cup, I was about to forget that. I'm about to do the C cup too, watch. Just because y'all stayed this far into the video, I'm about to show you the C cup too. Just want to keep it as natural as possible. You can already see it with your eye. You just want to clean up any hair overhanging than where it's naturally supposed to be at. So this hair is already overhanging the lasso. Start it right there. I like to start up top and then connect it from the bottom to top. And then like that. As far as the neck area, when you're cutting these hairs down here, they grow in different directions. Some will grow that way, this way. So you got to hit them in the opposite direction. So you want to go against the grain to be able to get that closest cut. Especially down here is a little bit more sensitive, so be careful. But just go against the grain, because if you're hitting it going up like that, but the hair is growing up, that hair won't get cut. So sometimes you have to switch it up a little bit. See? Boom. Y'all see the cut right there? Let me know in the comments if it was helpful. If it was, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be uploading way more videos. Look at this. It's fresh. Come on now. Stop playing. It's your boy Mouty Cuts.